Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Dinka Veto Modern, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is our final week of testing for Will It Off-Road. We have the Veto and the Verus, both from Dinka today. But coming up soon, we will have Will It Off-Road. I just can't talk tonight. We will have Will It Off-Road at the races. You're like, what do you mean can't talk tonight? This video went live at noon. It's 12:45 in the morning for me, and I just finished up a live stream, and I've got a 12-hour stream tomorrow. Anyway, so yeah, Veto Modern. We're doing the final two vehicles from the Kyle Perico Heist update, and Will It Off-Road will go away after we do two videos of Will It Off-Road at the races. And off the top of my head, I can't remember what the vehicles were, though I can open up the Vainglorious Discord server, click on the game chat section, and go to the GTA Online channel, where just yesterday or the day before, I actually put in chat who our winners are. Wow, I forgot to turn off the notification sound. Bro, YouTuber at work. So our two fastest, our two fastest, Manchester Scout and Italia RS6. And so those two will be in a video, but not the same video. And then our two slow. What are we talking about? Slow. Wow, that thing is bogged down there. Holy crap. This is actually the second take that we had to do for this go-kart, because it tends to bog down and slow down on just the smallest little bit of shrubbery. And it also sits really low to the ground. Commander Hobo's right behind me in an SUV. So you can't really see me that well because the SUV's huge. The SUVs are huge, and he hit me and knocked me off the mountain. So we had to go down and call it back in, get a repaired one. Yeah, it was a calamity. But anyways, the two slowest, no big surprise here, the Winky and the Brioso 300. There were other vehicles that were faster and slower. I should not take it back. There wasn't anything faster, but there were some that were slower than our slowest two, but we can't race them. We can't put them in races, so sorry. Those are the two slowest you get. So what we'll do is probably have the Manches and the Winky in one race, and the Italia RSX and the Brioso 300 in the other. And, I mentioned Discord earlier. We would love to have you join. We'd love to have you come hang out on the Vainglorious Discord server. The link is in the description down below, and it will flash up on the screen at some point during this video. It may have already. I don't know. I'm just recording the voiceover right now. I haven't obviously finished editing the damn thing. But anyway, you can also see behind the scenes stuff, including Commander Hobo knocking me off the mountain. And I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. But first, we have to finish our final little climb. And the Veto Modern just goes right up that little section. But a little bit airborne, kind of missed my landing, but we're up in 2 minutes, 58 seconds. So Will It Off-Road? Yeah, sure. I mean, it did fine. It's under 3 minutes. Anything under 3 minutes is good. I just don't know that you really want to take a go-kart off-roading. That makes it 20th in sports. Why the hell is it in sports? Donkey's over there dressed as Mario, having a fit. We've tested 49 vehicles in sports, so it's kind of there, roughly middle of the pack in sports. 1 second slower than the standard in Vetero Coquette, but 1/10 of a second faster than the Dubachi 770. It is also 11 seconds faster than the Veto Classic. It is 99th overall out of 298. So just barely making it into that top 100. It's a half second slower than the ETR1. Look at me remembering to read off stats as I... That's the same place Hobo knocked me off the mountain coming up the first time we tried this, and then he nearly knocked me off again. He just couldn't see me. He has no brakes either. And if you notice that little dot off to the left down there in the mini map, yeah, that's Hobo rolling down the mountain in his habanero roll. Anyway, so yeah, you can see Hobo knock me off the mountain in the behind the scenes version of the video. It's a longer version. The stuff I cut out to make this a short, quick edited video is left in. And you're like, well, that sounds boring. But no, what you get to hear is my commentary and dialogue with the Vainglorious community as we hang out in Discord and actually record these videos. And as we get up to shenanigans, quite a bit of funny stuff happens. So it's a good video to watch. And you're like, well, Brandon, I want to watch it. Well, you can. There's 3 ways you can get access to that video. 1, hit that join button right here on YouTube. Become a member of the channel. 2, be a Twitch subscriber. Or 3, be a Patreon supporter. Of course, there's a small caveat to all 3 of those. You have to have your respective service that you're showing support linked to Discord, and you're going to join the Vainglorious Discord server. If you've got your profile linked to those respective services and you're part of the Vainglorious Discord server, you will automatically get a Vainglorious supporters role. That gives you access to... Ooh, the tree of mini crashes almost gone to the victim. But it gives you access to the Vainglorious supporters channel, which is where I post the link to the unlisted behind-the-scenes videos, as well as other stuff from time to time, just like some IRL stuff. It's pretty rare, but it does happen. And it's also the channel that, if that channel has a message, I look there first. So it kind of gets priority. Oh, bit of a crash there at the end, but we're down 2 minutes, 41 seconds. So that means after Hobo lands on a car and kills the driver and Donkey tries to kill himself, we're back at the top of Mount Chiliad to get hit with a flare, and T Hill isn't even here, so what's up with the flares? And we're going to take the go-kart down the mountain. Thank God you can't fall out of these things and that you're just protected because you're in a vehicle. Because, yeah, that would have killed me. I landed on my head just then. So, yeah, that would have killed me, getting run over by a truck and being drunk on my head. I mean, I do have some of my health missing, but that's because coming back up, I got stuck. Literally between a rock and a hard place. And they had to... At first they tried to up and atomizer me out, and that didn't work. All it did was take my health and get me kind of more stuck. And then Hobo finally rammed me free. But because of that damage and the damage we're taking here, we're going to wind up with a pretty nasty engine rattle here in just a second. I'm just like... There it is. Yeah, yeah. Really nasty engine rattle. At one point, before we started the damage descent, this thing was smoking, but then it stopped. I've never seen a vehicle that starts smoking stop smoking. I guess it decided to quit the habit and wanted to live a healthier life. By the way, this was a weird thing that happened. There was a distraction in IRL, and I had to literally briefly stop with the controller. So, sorry about that. Normally, I don't let IRL things interrupt, but this one was something I needed to do. Kind of bouncing off the woodpile a little bit. Didn't have any hope of going over. But we're down 1 minute, 45 seconds. So let's take a look at the damage on the Dinka Veto Modern. It has severe engine damage, and of course it's useless, because it is. You can't race it, and it's in sports, even if you could, where it's not competitive. And so it's a waste of money and time. Why do I own it? I don't know. Anyways, slowest spin around shot ever. Here we go. Let's look at the support vehicles. For some reason, Zahn had to wedge in between, which then screwed up this shot. So whatever, blame him for a bad shot. But that brings us to our next vehicle, the Dinka Verus. A nice little ATV. I'm not going to lie, I kind of dig it. The only thing I don't like about it is that all of the stuff that goes in the back that counts as a spoiler is very rugged and military themed, and there's nothing that works. Obviously, I didn't do a military theme on my ATV. So it also blocks the taillights, and this thing has a really cool light bar. You know, so you don't get to see that as much when you have stuff back there. So, I don't know, wouldn't have minded some like urban backpacks. You know, something that looked a little more in sync with the design that I chose. But whatever. It's not a bad ATV. I also dig the way our characters kind of stand up every once in a while on them. Just as if they were riding a real ATV. It's kind of a nice little touch. I wish it would happen more in sync with, you know, the pitch and roll of the ATV, but it's still not a bad little touch. So this thing is a case of it's slow, but it's steady. The only thing I really have to worry about, honestly, is keeping it on all four wheels. It really wants to roll over very, very easily. So it was a bit of a challenge to keep it on all four wheels. Of course, disappointingly, it's in the off-road class. That's not the disappointing part. But the disappointing part is most things that are in the off-road class, not all, but most, don't really get slowed down on bushes. This does. And it can be pretty tragic. You may notice the other ATV is pretty far behind. It's because he's struggling with a lot of bushes that I didn't hit. And they can spin you out if you only catch the bushes with one half of your ATV, like the right half goes off in its bush. It can cause you to spin to the right, which on a mountain in some of the narrow areas can be pretty bad. So it's unfortunate that happens on this because it does give it a liability. And then, like I mentioned, it does want to roll over pretty easy. And that, too, is a pretty big liability. But if you're careful, you'll be all right. Believe it or not, I'm full throttle most of the time, except for, like, the really tight turns. It's just this thing doesn't really get in a hurry, and the engine sound doesn't really match that you're full throttle. There we go. Whoop, almost got hoboed again. He had the nerve to honk at me. There's nothing I can do about the physics of Hobo. Honk at Rockstar. But I honked back, so it's okay. But as you can see, this thing's getting a good time, despite the fact that it's not quick. But it's all-wheel drive. It's not too hard to keep it under control. And so because of that, sometimes just being in control and being able to keep your grip and put the power down, I mean, look at that. It climbs right up, no drama. And that's enough to turn in a fairly decent time of 2 minutes, 58 seconds. So, will it off-road? It damn well better, since it's in the off-road class, and it does. I'm pleased to report it does quite well. It's nice. You're just not going to get in a hurry. Donkey, what the hell? Anyways, yes, that's him over there pretending to be a drummer. I don't know. By the way, happy belated birthday to Prairie Donkey. His birthday was this past Saturday. He is 76 years old. Oh no, he behaves like a 76-year-old. He's only 17. But he'll appreciate the shout out in the video. Go subscribe to my boy Donkey, by the way. He's listed on my other Vainglorious channels. So I'll probably forget to put a card in this video. So just go down there or over there, depending on if you're on a mobile computer, and go sub to Donkey. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers. Not that this video is going to get enough views to get him to 1,000, but you know what? Every little bit helps. Am I right? So go sub to my boy. Let's get him monetized so he can start making some money off his videos. Maybe one of these days he'll actually speak in one of his videos. Oh, that two-wheel action, though. So heading back down with the controlled descent, my main concern was that this is really lightweight. So yeah, it would kind of ricochet on the ricochet, the right word? Bounce repeatedly. Bounce echoes. I don't know what's it called when you bounce and then bounce again because you're light. I don't know. Oof, hikers are a liability, clearly. Not only did I kill the hiker, but it spun me out. But yeah, I was worried about it. It's lightweight, causing it to just want to keep bouncing. On that jump, it did really well. If you kind of pull back a little bit, you're fine. But it doesn't have the best brakes. And I'm about to remember that right now. And it just won't stop. I'm full on the brakes. And then finally decided, well, I'm down here. I'm just going to go back over the trail and got back on the gas. I just didn't even want to bother getting back up on the trail where I went off. So there we go. Like nothing ever happened. Everybody else is like, wait, where'd he go? I think actually a couple of people followed me down. But this thing does good. Again, you can see it's wanting to kick up on two wheels. But the thing is, it's easy to get it back down. You just let off the throttle a little bit. Just slightly decrease your steering input and it goes right back down. Nice thing is, though, you can still steer when this thing's on two wheels, unlike a lot of vehicles. The thing has a massive amount of body roll, though, and you can see it now that we're back down here on relatively flat ground. Also, some understeer caused me to go wide, but we're down. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. So we're going to go back to the top of Mount Chiliad on an ATV. So you know what's coming. You can fall off of these. And I'm driving it off the side of the mountain. So yeah, you know exactly what's going to happen. I thought I had it. I really thought I had it, but then nope, I hit a tree and I went flying. The great thing is, though, the Verus just kept right on going. So it's just right there, ready to have me get back on if I can stop tumbling down the mountain. Thing is, it's still going, and so is Donkey's. And so I got ran over by Donkey's ATV. Mine decided to stop. Donkey's is like, peace out, nerds. Yeah, it's no bueno. So back on. Let's see how long this lasts. Not very. Everybody just stopped. Like, this is gonna take a while. We're just gonna take a little break. Just wait on you to get a little further down the mountain. You know, we'll be fine. So there we go. We're back underway. It's not gonna last. Don't worry. It just, look, I got way too much air here. Mistakes were made. Okay, I'm going way too fast, and yeah, I think I died by breaking my shoulder there. My body hit the mountain. But the problem is, if you pay close attention to that Verus icon, it is moving away from me at a very, very fast pace. No joke. It's well beyond where Hobo is, and it's still going. When he catches up to it, he remarks, and again, you can hear it in the behind the scenes video, he remarks, oh my God, it's still going. So yeah, there where he caught up to it, it was still on its own, just driving on down the mountain. Oh, hey, Donkey, where'd you come from? We have both been stranded. He said he could call his up, but that would be cheating for me to do that. I have to go to where it is. I can't call it back up. But he said it just snapped right into him. Apparently, my Verus is down here where the trucks are stopped. I don't know if they stopped it or not. I hope they didn't, because that would be kind of cheaty. But if they did, oh well. It doesn't look like it. Oh, no, it's on its side. Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot about that. Donkey warned me. He's like, mine's still rolling. Look out. I looked behind me just in time to see the thing take me out. So I tried to do a punch, trying to do a kick, anything to get this thing back onto its wheels, because I can't get on with it like this. It just won't let me. It doesn't work. So I'm thinking, okay, well, how do I do this? Can I just like do that? And Hobo's like, here, let me ram you and your ATV. It would have been a DNF otherwise, but Hobo intervened. Which isn't supposed to happen. Ow, I'm off again. Nearly got ran over by my own bike. And do get run over by Hobo. And Donkey's dead again. We witnessed that death. My ATV, once again, not upright. But through the power of my thighs. Oh, wait, I timed that wrong. Through the power of my thighs. Through the power of my thighs. There we go. I just kind of knocked it over. Big dick energy there. You know, just bumped into it, and it's like, oh my God. Going down through the last little bit. Sounds like we might have a tiny bit of engine damage there. Not a lot. Yeah, there's definitely a rattle. Thud. That was the best thud into the wood pile ever. The noise it made. We're down 3 minutes, 42 seconds to get down there. And most of the lights are gone. It has bent wheels, body damage, and engine damage. But hey, good for you, Rockstar, giving us a slight damage model. We will take a look at our support vehicles. While I'm doing that, it's kind of late in the video to mention it. Don't forget to play Willett Offroad Bingo. I forgot to mention that one. Link in the description down below. Click generate new card. Click a tap on things that happen on the screen. If you win bingo, put bingo in the comments or come brag about it on the Vainglorious Discord server. That wraps it up for official Willett Offroad for the Cayo Perico heist DLC. We will be back with 2 more weeks of Willett Offroad at the races. But until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.